We had a day and a half in Oviedo before we started our Camino Primitivo, so we decided to visit some of our family's favorite places. We started at the cathedral.
Every detail is decorated. Think of the time it took to just carve those doors. We just walk past them because they're doors and they're closed. Like most Gothic cathedrals, this is shaped like a cross. So we're in the horizontal part of it right now. With the altar. And those windows in the back. Being the top of the cross.
This is the symbol of Asturias.
Pelayo carried this cross at the start of the Reconquista.
This is the symbol of Oviedo.
Alfonso II donated this cross to the Cathedral of Oviedo in the year 808. There's the Opera House. Giant rear end. This is our favorite chocolate shop.
We had definitely earned some chocolate.
You can use your phone.
What do you think, Molly? Go. This is a statue of Alfonso II, who was King of Spain in the 800s, and he was the first person to do the Camino de Santiago. He heard that St. James's bones had been found in Galicia, and he walked to check them out to see if they were in fact those of St. James, and he was able to verify that they were. And so he walked from Oviedo to Santiago, and that was the first Camino de Santiago. And he was the first pilgrim. And we are going to be walking the same route that he walked. So this is in Oviedo, the Hotel de la Reconquista. And this hotel it's a really nice hotel, but it also has an important spot in our family history, because when Pablo and I got married, we had our Spanish wedding reception in this hotel. We're at a very important errand now this is the store for the soccer team in Pablo's hometown. Got to pick up a couple things before we leave. This is Luis. He's our guest for the day.
Hola, how's it going?
Luis is our brother-in-law. So
Or uncle.
Or uncle, yes. I've known Luis since I was 19.
You were? Yes.
Yep.
We're young.
We've traveled together all over the world.
We
So
have.
he's our guest hosting it.
Yep. We've had a lot of fun. We've been to a lot of places.
Yeah.
When we were little, this priest spearheaded it. And it was one of those things where they had to raise the money little by little.
Yeah.
So it took forever. So at one point they had all the rocks that make it up.
Yeah.
And they were just strewn all over the place. And when we were little, we would play around those rocks, like climbing onto one and jumping to the next.
Yeah.
And it felt like they're never gonna finish it. And then all of a sudden, one year, they
got the money.
They got the money and they finished it all at once. And at one point, there's a cross in front of it.
Yeah.
They put it on the top, but the wind was so strong
Yeah, the wind up there is crazy.
that it kept bending it over. So they took it from being above his head to being at the foot of it. So it's a little more
I think
secure.
I see it.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The Spanish name is Oviedo, but the Asturian name is Oviedo. So the cross Asturian language people will come in and erase out the letters so that it looks the other way. But then this cross Spanish language people will come back later and repaint over, so it always looks like a mess. Hill that's high up. So
And with the big flat stone on top.
yeah, so that because that way the mice cannot go up, and the mice cannot go that way and up because they would fall.
And traditionally, what are these things for?
They are a place to store your grain, like corn.
And what's it called?
Orreo.
Oreo.
Horreo.
Cool.
And there's chickens here.
Yeah, these Oreos are very typical of Asturias. Galicia has a different style.
Yeah, they're long and thin, whereas these are square. Pre-Romanesque is the local style before the medieval Europe-wide Romanesque style arrived to this area.
So, and these are 9th century, these monuments we're going to walk to. So, they're very old. Here's the hunting lodge, Santa Maria. It's a really cool building. And it's up over the city. You can kind of see the mountains in the distance. So the door was closed, we couldn't go in. So this is San Miguel del Lillo. Also 9th century. This was actually a church. It's not as fancy as Santa Maria, but it had some really beautiful stonework in the windows, some of which has fallen over the years, but some of which still exists, which I think it's some of the oldest of that type of stonework that exists in the world. So people who study that kind of stuff like to come here. And also people like us who know nothing about it but think it's pretty. Imagine the smell of the best barbecue you've ever had. That's what we're smelling right now. This is a kind of a seafood paste, and it's called
Pastel de cabracho.
pastel de cabracho.
I think it's monkfish in English.
So we've been trying to find the house that they live in for about 10 years. All I can do is look at the beautiful mountains and think, pretty soon we're walking across those babies.
Okay, I think I see it. With like the green stripes on either side of like windows in the middle.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, I see it.
Whether you see it or not, just act like you do.
No, she did see it because she described something that I hadn't said earlier.
A lot of meat.
And potatoes.
But look, we did get some vegetables.
Yeah.
There's 3 peppers.
So Molly's gonna try goat.
No, you may not love it, but it tastes completely different, doesn't it?
It tastes kind of like fish.
I understand.
Good fish?
Look at the heart.
I've never noticed the heart before this trip.
Me neither.
It's probably the Sacred Heart of Jesus. It might
Something
be
like
the
that.
Of the place.
I don't remember any of this at all. But
Oh, well, I obviously remember the place, but I didn't ever notice that his heart,
Where what?
that was on the hike. Molly remembers fondly blowing 1,000 dandelions up here. We weren't that tired after hiking to the Naranco, so we went back to the cathedral and, well, we're starting the Camino Primitivo in Oviedo. So these shells in the tile here, the pavement, along the ground in Oviedo, are how we are to find the Camino. They're not that frequent.
oh, we have to buy one.
They're very pretty.
And normally, this side of the this side of the shell is the direction you need to go.
Yeah. So we're still following the Camino through town. It's a shell. Look at the sign we just saw, Camino a Galicia. Walk to Galicia. We are. These are our first yellow arrows of the Primitivo. Our first walk-in person sign violation of the Primitivo. Well, actually, it's about our 5th. First one on video. Then we have, look up there, our first official Camino Primitivo sign.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hello, sign. Thank you for making it official.
We got none of those that
Ah, lo veo complicado bastante.
we got none of those for the Camino Norte, and then
Pablo's very excited. I'll get up there with him.
oh gosh, I've got a crazy family.
So we're in the yellow arrow territory now.
We ended up walking the first 2 kilometers of the Primitivo, plus 15 up to the Naranco. So much for a rest day. We hope you enjoyed seeing our favorite parts of Oviedo. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.